Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. I'm trying to add the other people, but it's not really working. The other two are not really working. So I might just have to do you and I, and then they can chime in through messages, and we'll read their messages and kind of respond.
Okay.
That
And
works.
how are you? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, whatever. Just trying to set this up. I wish we probably should do it on Zoom, but that's okay. It'll
I
work.
know. Well, so just wanted to uh, kind of explain a little bit to people what I'm doing. Obviously, I have a number of followers here on Instagram, and I thought that I would put that to use and help local businesses here in Southwest Florida where I live, so they can kind of showcase their business, showcase their services, their products, but also to kind of tell us how they're dealing with the current situation that we're living in, right? Um,
Yep.
I've been doing that. We did a couple here already. We did one with Foxborough Sports Tavern, which is a tavern here in Naples. We did with Tint World, and now I thought I would change up a little bit and do it with a couple businesses outside of this area,
Sounds
and
great.
obviously going back to Boston where I'm from. And trying and never forgetting my roots, right? Even though I live down here, I'm
Absolutely.
still always from
Absolutely.
Boston, always from Brazil. That's never going to change, and it makes it easier that I have an uncle that has a business up in Boston as well.
I do.
I thought I would get your input,
Sure.
and also the people that are watching that are here in Southwest Florida, they can kind of compare notes, right? How you're dealing with the situation there, how it is there, and what we're doing here. I feel we might be a little bit behind from the conversations that we had here in Florida, so it'll be kind of
Yeah.
good to know what's coming to us as well.
Yeah.
So why don't we start by you just kind of, obviously I know you very well, but I don't think everybody watching knows you. So you start by introducing yourself a little bit, and then the business as well.
Hi, my name is Sylvester Murphy. I'm owner and operator of Vision Care 2000 down in downtown Boston. I've been in this industry, the optical industry, for about 30 years. A lot of things have changed since I've started doing it. But you just kind of move with the way things are. You kind of try to keep up with it all. I've been licensed since 1994. Met my beautiful bride. I lived out in Western Mass before this. Met my beautiful bride here. Have four wonderful children. And now I'm just trying to keep my life going with this pandemic going on. So a lot is a lot has changed. People walking around with masks, and it's kind of these are crazy days that we live in. But we'll all get through it, and we'll do okay. So
The particular location that you're in, you've been there for a couple of years now. How
yes,
long you been there?
I've been here now for 10 years.
Okay.
So prior to that, I was around the corner on Arch Street, a little bit closer to Downtown Crossing, if people kind of know the area a little bit. And it was there for about almost 15. And my good friend, Rich Rascala, who was just on this but got bumped off, he sold
Sorry,
it to me.
Rich.
Now, that's okay.
No,
Now he's in Salem.
we'll get Rich. We'll get Rich and Ed after. We'll talk to them a little bit too
Yeah,
after we
yeah.
talk.
So I've been down in downtown Boston for a while now. Tell you, we're now in probably, I've been shut down now for about a month and a half almost. Well, honestly, probably shut down about 3 weeks, but really, the business started to really dry up about 2 weeks prior to that. People just kind of, the banks that people work in, they were just starting to work from home. And the amount of traffic, there was no traffic. So it's just a crazy, it's really, really crazy. So I appreciate you doing what you're doing for us or for me. We're just trying to keep what we have. So down in Naples, it's a little bit warmer down there. It's a nice balmy 40 degrees up this way. You got to put a
But
sweatshirt on.
if you're stuck in the house, you're stuck in the house. So it doesn't matter if
You
you're
are,
in Naples or
plus
Boston. So
it's raining too, so it's kind of tough around these spots. But
very true.
yeah, yeah. But
So,
yeah, no, go ahead.
no, I wanted to kind of ask you how has you kind of mentioned a little bit that the business has started to slow down 3-4 weeks,
Sure,
and for people that don't
sure.
know, you're in the financial district of Boston, really, right,
I
where
am.
all the big companies are and all the banks are. So a lot of your traffic is from people that work in that area as well.
Sure.
So obviously, if those close, you don't have a lot of you don't have a lot of business. So how have you been handling that? What have you been doing to change that? How are you still kind of servicing your customers outside?
Well, just like today, I've been trying to come in at least 3 days a week, sort of answering phone calls. People need to order things, trying to take care of them that way. If they need glasses or whatever the case may be, if we've already done it for them before, I'll go in the file cabinet or look it up on the computer, refabricate it for them and send them out and kind of just do it that way. I mean, again, this is unprecedented times that we live in. And the only thing you can really do at this moment is just try to keep in touch with everyone, and that's all we really can do. So yeah, I've been kind of coming in a few days a week, answering emails, answering phone calls, talking to people back, and that's all we can do, just trying to hold on. That's it.
Yeah. So people that need glasses that already have prescriptions, people that need contact lenses, you're still able to kind of service them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So all you have to do truly is if you need anything, you can just give us a call here or go to our email, and you can tell us what you need. I can look it up for you if we can get that certain frame or whatever the case may be, or contact lens. I can just take it right from there, figure it all out, send it to you. They'll have it in about a week, lickety split. So, yeah. So, I also figured too, that any people that spend over, $500 with me during this pandemic, I'll gladly make, if you know anyone that's a first responder, we'll gladly make a pair of glasses for them at no charge, because they're on the front lines and they're saving us. So we got to take care of those folks that take care of us. So I'll gladly do that for them anytime they need it. Also, again, if it's contacts, you purchase over a certain amount, we'll dole out something out for them. So whatever we can do to help the community to stay attached to our patients, to keep everything moving, that's what we're going to do to make it right.
Awesome. No, and that's really cool. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the other two videos that we've done, and everybody. That's the cool part, right? That I think as a nation and as a community, we're kind of coming together and realizing that people are going through difficult times right now. And we're doing what we can to kind of help each other up, right? And it might be what I'm doing with a video. It might be you giving a discount. It's like in Foxborough Tavern here, they're giving anybody in the service industry that has lost their job food. So I think this is there's positives to get out of this, right? And obviously one of the positives is that we can kind of come together as a community and kind of help each other more, which is sometimes we kind of get away with that with the everyday life that we have, right? So
yep.
Absolutely.
So again, if you do need anything, any of you folks out there, number here is 617-542-2020. I'll be here on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I'll be in the office from about 11 till about 4 o'clock. You can email me at visioncareappt@gmail.com, and that goes right to our email, and we'll help you that way too. So whatever we can do to help folks out here and to get through this, we'll do what we have to do. So again, who knows if this ever happened in our lifetime? Again, God willing, it will not. But you know what? We all have to stick together and do the right thing.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Well, what I wanted to do is also give the opportunity for the other guys to kind of join in.
Absolutely. Bring them in.
So I have to bump you out to get one of them in.
That's okay.
So I'll get you to go in the back seat and
Listen,
watch them. And then
before I get off talking with you, Felipe, I just want to tell you, these two gentlemen that you're about to talk to, they are my mentors. They mean everything to me, and they are my brothers from another mother. So whatever they have to say, you take it like the Lord is writing down his 10 commandments. These guys are great. All right. So
awesome.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate it today.
Sounds good. We'll talk. Thank you.
Very good. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Just gonna add Rich, you
Rich,
there?
Rich from Banville Optical.
Hi, Rich. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome. We kind of can't see you. It's a little dark in there.
Let me try that. How's that?
Better. That's better. That's better. Awesome. So you probably heard a little bit of what Murph had to say about the business, and
It
I
did.
guess my question for you would be kind of similar. How is obviously we know the situation with the business is not the best, but how are you handling? How are you still kind of servicing your customers, and what can you do?
Like Sylvester said, what we're trying to do, and like he said, this is unprecedented. We never in our wildest dreams would have thought that we would have to close our businesses down for an extended period of time. And like Murph said, we have to keep in touch with our customers through emailing and rapidly getting back to their phone calls and emails and satisfying any of their needs. And try to get through this. And there are actually, when I think about it, there are a lot of silver linings here. Like you guys were talking about the community getting together, everybody supporting each other. So I think at the end of the day, once we finally ramp back up for business, I think, in Sylvester's case, I know for a fact his customer service and his team and his doctors there are always enthusiastic to help. And I think that's his number one goal is customer service and customer satisfaction, and that's the key.
Yeah.
But, and like he said, he goes in, limited time, limited hours, and he's getting it done. And that's what it has to get done. And, even though we have to operate safely, masks, gloves, constantly sanitizing, and right now it's just it's the way of life. It's our new way of life.
Yeah.
And it's a
Absolutely.
different operating.
And so your place, can you tell us where your place is? Also, contact information, phone number, and are you open, or are you doing sort of the same thing where you go in by appointment?
Yeah. Almost the same thing. We have a remote. I can operate a little bit remotely, like everybody else. So if someone calls up and needs contact lenses, for instance, we can direct ship them from the manufacturer without, leaving our homes. But a retail eyeglass store in a brick and mortar setting, we literally have to be on site for the eyeglass repairs or new pairs or eye exams. And right now we're unable to do eye exams. But if somebody calls up and breaks their frame, we meet them. We're making arrangements to get there for them, to replace the frame, to do a repair for them, whatever the case may be. We'll do what needs to be done. So that's what we're basically doing. The name of my company is Banville Optical in Salem, Massachusetts. Which city?
Yeah.
And our phone number is 617. No, that's my cell number. My office number is 978.
You almost give your cell phone away.
I know, dox myself. 978-745-2774. We can be reached by email at rich@banvilleoptical.com. And, we'll get right back to you, and we'll do whatever it takes to satisfy whatever you need.
Awesome.
And that's the only way we can do it at this point. And, and hopefully this gets over with sooner rather than later.
Yep, absolutely. Awesome.
Well, and we certainly appreciate it, Philippe. It was great to meet you.
It's the same. I'm gonna hang up with you now. Put Ed on the line and get his.
Sounds great.
Well. I wish we could have got all the force together, but this works. This works for now. So thank you. It's nice meeting you, and thank you for your feedback as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, now just adding Ed. He's there. Oh,
Felipe.
How are you, Ed?
Good. Nice to meet you finally.
Yeah. Heard a lot about you.
Yeah,
a lot of good things.
Likewise.
Awesome. So I'm sure you've been watching, the guys kind of tell you their current situation, and wanted to kind of get your feedback as well of how you're dealing with the situation, how it's been like, and what are you doing to kind of address it as well.
I'm kind of doing the same thing they are. I'm just doing a little bit. I have a little more on my plate, unfortunately. I got 2 locations that I'm trying to take care of. I can't ask my staff to work because, everybody's scared,
Yeah.
It's a personal item. We got to kind of get close to you, touch your stuff, and it makes it a little uncomfortable when you're having to deal with gloves and masks and what all. But I've been doing a few hours a day in either store. I've been rotating.
Okay.
My stores are in Acton, Mass, and Townsend, Mass.
Okay.
And my son has a store in Westford, Mass, and he's kind of filling in there too. And you can only go in a couple hours a day because you're trying to limit your exposure as well. But one thing I want to touch upon that I want Rich and Murph to remind everybody, one thing that's happening is people just assume we're not there. Or they assume, and they rightly so about this, that they can't get an eye exam. But if your glasses are broken and they need to be replaced, we have the wherewithal, we can duplicate what you're wearing. Any one of us can read those glasses that you have on and make you a duplicate of those.
Yeah.
I think that's something that people don't realize we have the wherewithal to do. So it might, instead of going around with, I saw a guy with a pair of glasses all taped up today.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. The other thing you don't want to be doing right now is you don't want to be wearing your contact lenses. And the reason for that is the CDC and the American Optometric Association believe that you touch your face as much as 40 times more per day when you're wearing contacts. That, and everybody's covering their nose and their mouth, but your tear ducts are a receptor for the COVID the virus. So you can get this virus going right into your eye. In fact, they say that 30% of everybody is getting it through their eye, not their nose and their mouth. So It's not don't offer much of a barrier, but there's something better than nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if you have the opportunity, if you wear contact lenses and you have the opportunity to get a pair of glasses now, this is obviously a good point that you're open as well. That there's places that are open, right?
I think that's the issue. People just assume we're not there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Ed, how long you been in business?
36 years.
36 years.
I'm the old guy in the group.
Always in those 2 locations in Acton, and what was the other location?
Townsend, Mass.
Townsend. Yeah.
That's way out west. That's west of 495.
Yep. Great. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your input. Appreciate your information.
But we appreciate you doing this, Felipe.
It's the little way I can do to give back, right? It's my way of helping. So we're trying to do that, and anyone between the 3 of you guys, anyone in Massachusetts is pretty well covered, right? They can go anywhere. Yeah, got you guys covered. So go to any of those places, and you'll be well taken care. I know that for a fact. Hopefully, like we said it before, that this will pass soon, and then we can kind of resume to our normal lives.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, and happy Easter to everyone.
Thank you. Same to you. All right, I'm gonna bring Murphy back on just to say hello, say goodbye, I should say. See if he's got any further messages here that he wants to share with anybody. If he hasn't left me yet.
Yes, sir.
There you go. So I talked to the guys. They gave their input. They give some really good feedback, some input. I just wanted to take the time to thank you for setting this up so that I could hear, not only from you, but also from different businesses and how we're doing, how you're doing in Boston, right? And then how that might differ from how we're doing down here in Florida. I think the key message is, we got to stick together. We got to help each other. Do things that we can to kind of work around things, right? To kind of continue having a normal life, and just pray that hopefully, all this stuff will be back soon, right? So I didn't know if you had any other messages, anything you wanted to tell the people that are watching.
listen, the only thing I could say from my heart to everyone is we all, like Felipe has said, we all have to stick together, and these are crazy times, and we just really need to, just if you see someone that needs help or whatever, you got to just it's kindness, an act of kindness, get you closer. So Lord knows the things I've done in my past, I need all the kindness I can get. But anyway, yes, but thank you very much for letting me do this with you today, and much is appreciated. And we'll do it again.
My pleasure, and hopefully I'll get to see you soon here down in Naples, where we can barbecue and go to the beach.
Right now, I keep looking at airline tickets. It's about 25 cents to get on JetBlue.
I know, yeah, but that's the last place you want to hop in right now, right? So.
Of course, you get a side of coronavirus, but
yeah, well, sounds great. Well,
anyway,
thank you so much. I'll have this I'll have this video live for 24 hours, but also I'll share it on Facebook and I'll share it in other places so people can see it. The video.
Appreciate that.
I really appreciate it.
that.
We'll talk.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.